Hello everybody and welcome to another BattleTech video. We're picking up right after we apparently launched a huge 200-year-old derelict spaceship off of the moon after prizing it from a whole bunch of pirates. I half expected there to be some form of cutscene, so let's see. But it's giving us the rundown first. So your performance was exemplary, Commander. I'll be certain to ensure the upper echelons of the Magistracy High Command hear about your skills. Excellent, thank you. And we got paid money, real money. Everything got broken, so we need to spend real money. And Glitch is out for a while. Took an actual injury, 20 days. Everyone else came out unscathed, but, you know, no parts broken off the mechs, which is nice, but still, armor damage and structure damage especially, big problem. Oh, what do we want? We've got 3. I want the Shadowhawk, yes please. I want a piece of that Jenna, and I want another Locust S. This is the one that has missile hardpoints. Oh yes please. Oh, but there's the quick draw. Oh, I'm putting the Jenna back. Give me that. I almost didn't see that. Nice. And we're gonna get another 15 pieces out of all of this. Yo. So they gave us the Jenna as well. Excellent. Not so bothered about the Commando. AC5s, LRM5s, 2M lasers, 2S lasers, SRM2. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Some heat sinks and jump jets and SRM ammo. Nice. Wow. Ooh, that's a big ship. Got a lot of holes in it though. Are we sure this is safe? Yeah, I'm not sure this is safe. Yeah, we're not even going to dock with that. We're like, nope, we're docking with the jump ship. Oh yeah. Making a badass backlit entrance. Well, now we're talking. In exile, high orbit Alloway. You've done excellent work, Commander Wolf, and you've earned yourself an opportunity to do more. Meet your real client. I don't believe she needs an introduction. I don't know, it's been 3 years. Who are you again? I'm happy to see you again, Iron Wolf, or should I say, Commander? You've done well for yourself. The old man would be pleased. It must come as a shock to you seeing us here at Alloway, seeing us at all. I apologize for that, but I had to be sure you were the mech warrior I remembered before I reached out to you. And now, with the Argo on its way to Lyraton for repairs, I know you are everything I remember and more. Hell yeah. Alright, so what do we say here? None of that matters. I'm happy to see you alive. I can't believe you're standing here. The entire Reach is convinced you're dead, or I'm everything you remember. You show up after 3 years and that's all you have to say? How about, I love you? No, I don't think we were that close. Yeah, I can't believe you're standing here. Everybody thinks you're dead. But no, I think actually I'd just say I'm happy to see you. Let's go with that. That's a better one. Yes, but how? Forgive me, Lady Arano, but you're supposed to be dead. Lord Madeira, too. The news feeds ran footage of your dropship getting shot down out of the sky on a loop for months. That wasn't her dropship. The broadcasts of her death were Directorate propaganda. Really? Well, crafted lies to keep the masses in line. And with that, Kamea, I'll leave you to your reunion. Best of luck with the negotiations, and keep me appraised of whatever decision you come to. Lady Centralla's face winks off of the view screen. The dull blue glow of her halo projection slowly dies away. Lady Centrella was right about the propaganda, Iron Wolf. My uncle's directorate is run on lies, though in this case they very nearly became true. The Directorate's assassins have pursued us into the frontier. In the months following the coup, we had more than our fair share of close calls. Eventually they gave up looking for us, and we've been in exile ever since. I don't know if we can ask maybe all of these, maybe. Let's go with the where have you been hiding? As far away from Directorate space as we could without leaving the frontier. A miserable little ball of rock called Zathras. Oh yes, I've heard of Zathras. There are many Zathrases. And there are different pronunciations of Zathras. Which one do you come from? Is it Zathras? Or Zathras? Or Zathras? Or... I'll stop there. Leave a comment if you get the reference. I'm probably aging myself pretty badly there. It was a nasty, brutish planet full of internecine strife and bloody turmoil. That is a word. There were power struggles and mad nobles, plagues and zealots and holy wars. Okay, so you're saying it was like a typical frontier world. More or less. Living on Coromadir, I'd heard stories about the problems that many frontier systems face, but I was detached. I never saw how rough life outside the Argo coalition could get. My uncle's coup changed everything, Iron Wolf, including myself. So you had Lady Centrella have us go after the Argo. Why? Why? In part as a test of your abilities, to make sure that your performance in Coromadir wasn't a fluke. Our experience in the coup has taught us to be careful, Commander Wolf. We couldn't, well, reach out to you on faith. But the Argo herself is important as well. She isn't just a ship, Iron Wolf, she's a symbol of reclamation and rebirth and the returning of better days. You'll see for yourself soon enough. She was a majestic vessel once, a true product of the Star League. Under Dr. Marad's care, she will be again. You made it off Coromadir and you found me, so why me? I imagine you've already guessed. I intend to seek justice for my uncle's crimes. I intend to take my throne back, but I can't do it without you. We have resources, an army drawn from all across the frontier. Perhaps most importantly, we have the patronage of Lady Centrella and the tacit support of her government. That means money, a great deal of money. The Magistry is bankrolling. Yeah, so they're bankrolling you? Or it happens I like money a lot, but I assume Centrella isn't doing it out of the goodness of her heart, or I hadn't realized the Argo coalition was on good terms with the Magistry. Magistracy. Magistracy, not magistry. Magistracy, Matt. Okay, get this right. So they're bankrolling you, huh? Unofficially, yes. Using Lady Centrella as an intermediary, the Magistracy sees Kamea's claim to the throne as an asset worth paying for. Yes, because then you'd be a puppet state. Kind of. You'd owe them a lot for this. I really hope they're thinking about this long term. They want to see the Directorate dealt with, but it isn't in their interest to do it themselves. Well, that would be open war. And with the way that the frontier is, everybody will jump on that and, you know, pick a fight with everybody else. They prefer to keep their own hands clean. The Rimwood periphery is a powder keg, Iron Wolf. Tensions between the Taurian Concordat and the Federated Suns are high. My uncle's military posturing could be viewed as provocation by either side. If open conflict between superpowers were to erupt, it'd be difficult for anyone to remain neutral. The Magistracy wants to avoid getting dragged into a major war. And your House Centrella's best hope for a clean solution. They fill your war chest, you remove the Directorate from the board, and the Magistracy lets tensions between the Federated Suns and the Taurians simmer down on their own. Am I reading the situation correctly, Lady Arano? Correctly enough, Mr. Oliveira, but understand this isn't just about diffusing a dangerous situation. For me, taking on the Directorate is personal. My uncle betrayed me. The founding council has been reduced to a handful of powerless figureheads. Our very identity has been cut away and discarded. House Espinosa is long overdue for a reckoning, and with your help, I will bring them one. Join me, Iron Wolf, and we will not fail. You've already sold me. I pledge myself and my company. Your cause is honorable. The price is right. We can do business. I don't know if I would just, like, in front of all of these guys, be like, yo, we're in. Cool. You know, because whatever. Mommy's back and I'm happy. You know, or they'd be like, what? Can we discuss about this as a business? But do I really want to be such a mercenary and be like, yo, if you're going to pay me, we can do this? Or this company is a business, not a charity. That's even worse. I feel like I owe it to the crew to be like, you know, after 3 years together, I've got to show that I'm not just going to drop all that for her. But we are in a tough situation and we need money. So, okay, the cause is honorable, the price is right, we can do business. The price. Of course, Iron Wolf. Let us discuss your compensation. Pledge yourself to me, and I will buy your company's debts. All of them. Wow. You'll be free to travel and seek clients as you please, so long as you come to me when I call for you. And on that day, I reclaim my throne. Your obligation to me will be forgiven. Your debts wiped clean. Of course, you will be paid for every battle you fight at our behest, at a rate that will feel quite generous given the clientele that you're accustomed to. Thanks to House Centrella, we have money to burn. I don't like the thought of being some noble's pawn, but I don't like being in hock to a bunch of loan sharks either. This sounds like a pretty good deal, boss, I'm just saying. Good, I'm glad the Yang's on board. And, oh, I have my betrayed origin. I took down the scum that betrayed my family. Seems only right that I help you do the same. You've got a deal. Thank you, Iron Wolf. I feel that Raju Montgomery is smiling down on us even now. I'll take my leave of you now. I have an army to rally and preparations to make, but it won't be long before I contact you again, and when I do, I need you ready. Prepare yourself and your company, Iron Wolf. Our war is about to begin. Lady Arano bought all of our debt, Commander. That means no more banks restricting our jump ship access. We can travel to more systems now, but we should steer clear of the major states. We don't want it to look like we're gonna cut and run. Good news, Commander. Once Doc Murad and her crew got that wrecked ship safely away, they found most of a Centurion in its cargo hold. It's not equipped for combat yet, but with a little love and attention, I think it could return to service. Swing by the mech bay to check it out and order a refit.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Her sturdy and reliable mech, the Centurion, is good at both taking and giving a beating. The CN-9A models are able to engage at any range, but their damage curve increases as they approach a target. Cool. So we got a new mech. Nice. We should go and have a look at that. I'm gonna check everything out and then we'll come back to this. Okay, so here is our new shiny mech, the Centurion. Yeah, give us a twirl. Look at this beastie. Such a cool looking mech. I believe this is the kind of mech that Raju Mastiff was piloting. I don't remember now. I'll have to go back and watch my old video. But I've done a little bit of work. I've gone over all the other mechs as well because we had some damage. The Blackjack had a little bit of damage going for it, so we're repairing everything there. Nothing broken, like parts-wise, just, you know, the limbs and such had a little bit of structure damage. Everything else was just armor damage on the Vindicator and the Shadowhawk. The Centurion came with just a medium laser fitted to the chest, which we are not happy with. I'm going to put a little bit more weaponry on that. I've put in 2 SRMs. I can't show you now because I've already done the refit, and yeah, it won't let me go back and have a look at it until the work is done, which will be in 35 days. But you guys will see there's SRMs, and there's also, I believe, an AC5 on there and a second medium laser. And I fiddled with the armor settings a little bit and changed the livery. I think it looks pretty good. The Locust is also in the shop, so maybe we want to move these tasks around. The Locust will be done in a day, the Blackjack will be done in 7 days, the Centurion in 27 days. Do I really need these guys actually up and running first. Let's let them do the repairs first. Also, Glitch sustained a little bit of injury and will be out for 20 days, I noticed, which is a problem. So, speaking of glitch and warriors in general, let's look at our barracks.
Yes, Commander.
And we have Behemoth now has a bunch of XP to spend, which is great because we wanted to give them multi-targeting. So, multi-targeting they shall have.
Training confirmed.
Now you can shoot more than one thing, Behemoth. How about that? Deca
Receiving you.
is also, I think maybe we'll put some piloting in now that they've got 2200 XP. Beautiful. Piloting is going to give them the sure footing, so they gain a bonus evasion charge after moving, can exceed the maximum. If the move is not a sprint, jump, or charge to melee, the mech also gains entrenched. That's pretty nice, which is 50% stability damage reduction. So if they take a few rocket hits or melee hits, they lose less, like half the stability damage, so they can keep going, they won't fall over. More sure footing is quite nice. Their base melee hit is up, but that's not necessarily going to be a problem for Deca. I'm not sending him to melee shit, you know, apart from perhaps stomping on vehicles, because that's always funny.
Good to go.
Glitch is not good to go. Glitch, you are not good to go. You stay in the infirmary for 20 days, okay? You sit there and get better. So what are we going to give Glitch? Glitch has 4 injuries already. We could give them another guts for another injury. They will get Bulwark. So passive cover, guarded, blah blah blah. Or we could put some more piloting skill in there as well and give them a base melee to hit, because piloting the Shadowhawk, we should probably be getting in close with the brawling, and I think actually we might swap out the Shadowhawk for the Centurion when it's done. So might not be a bad idea to start going with that, because the Centurion's a brawler, I'm told. You're supposed to get in close. But also, while piloting the Shadowhawk, they do have good rocket launchers. Like, there's quite a few missiles on the Shadowhawk. Indirect fire penalty could be useful as well. We're committing ourselves to getting sensor lock. I have to ask myself, do I want bulwark, sensor lock, or I don't really necessarily care about sure footing. We will eventually pull these up, but as soon as we take another one of these, it will eliminate the special abilities for the remaining tracks. Like if we take sensor lock, we won't be able to take any of these. We can keep going with the track, but we won't be able to take any of these. As we can see on Behemoth now, like we lost the ability to take any tactical specials, any piloting specials. I'm not particularly too bothered about that. So maybe we don't want tactics for them as well. Bulwark could be useful. Cover and guarded states providing 40% damage reduction rather than 20, and cover and guarded together can provide 60. Could be very useful for getting glitch into position. Let's go with that then. I am actually thinking that's a better idea. So, and we could take a little extra piloting as well. Why not? They have plenty of XP to go around.
Training complete.
I, on the other hand, have 1500. I was hoping... Actually, I was going to give myself... I keep changing my mind. Is either, you know, going for bulwark or going for tactics. I think I'm going to give myself tactics as well. We'll creep a little bit further forward to getting sensor lock.
Mech warrior training complete.
Indirect fire penalty, useless for me right now with the blackjack, because it's all guns. It's ACs and lasers, so we're not really going to care too much about that. I'm just creeping forward to get the sensor lock.
Ready for orders.
We didn't take Medusa or safety out. We need to take safety out. Maybe next missions we do, because we need to have a look at the available contracts. We probably want to look at taking safety out on a milk run and getting some level up duty done.
Aye, aye.
And Tango, we could put the two of them together. I really want to do that because I want to make a safety dance pun, and it's just not happening. So, but that's all we've got for now. I don't think we really want to hire any more mech warriors going forward yet. We have a few other things we should look at though, so let's take a look at them. So we're in navigation, and we should now check out the star map, because you'll notice we can go all over here now. Which is nice. We're not just restricted to this tiny little, you know, butthole of the universe. But we can't really go anywhere else. We cannot go into the larger territories, like if we wanted to go over here, you know, which is part of the Magistry of Canopus, which is where our fake benefactor, Lady Anna Maria Centrella, She's one of the royalty of this particular household, so we can't go there. Travel is restricted. So even if we wanted to, we couldn't. This place here, though, look at this. It's in the middle of nothing. It's an abandoned moon. Ithaca. Probably there's nothing there. It might be just completely uninhabited, so no employment prospects. But yeah, the Free World League cannot go there. We cannot go to the Capellan Confederation, who have a little bit of territory here as well. I think this could be a nice place when we get in there for some good contracts. Oh yes. Needless to say, we cannot go to Coromedia. This is the Oregon Directorate now, under the House Espinosa. We'll be going there eventually, and we'll be bringing the pain. And we can't go to the Taurian Concordat. We cannot go to the Federated Suns. So, and there's another little place here that apparently there's a huge challenge to it, but it's abandoned as well. Did this have a challenge? It has a challenge rating, but it's abandoned. Interesting. We have a travel contract available to go here. We'll look at the contract screens in a moment, but we're no longer restricted to these little systems anymore. And I've been told in the comments that local governments are always really good to get in bed with, like, because you get good bonuses with them as well, especially in terms of being able to access the markets, and what you can buy probably changes the prices and so on. But if you go with pirates, which is a hard life, you can get access to a black market. So that's interesting. But we can see all the available people. Active factions are down here, and, well, pirate organizations are probably everywhere, let's be honest. So yeah, we need to figure out where we're going to go next, or what's available in this system. Perhaps we stick around Alloway. Let's hop over to the command center and take a look at the contracts. So we do have a couple of milk runs. One of them is for local government, but it's away from here, 22 days away, and it's an escort mission. This is in Detroit. So we get a good amount of money, but we have to travel and pay the gate fee. And I think, honestly, maybe doing this as a convoy ambush. I do like me a convoy ambush. We enjoyed the last one. Very pleasing. And it's in a Badland zone. But we can get about 200k from that. Okay. That might be usable. We will be working for the Magistry of Canopus as well, which is nice to keep going. I don't think we want to do anything against these guys, since they're bankrolling our benefactor, Lady Kamea. So that's available. I think we're going to do that. But before we do, we should probably do the rounds and see if anybody else has anything we need to do. I should look at my finances as well. Let's do that first. Finances. How are we doing? Our estimated monthly costs are going to be about 142,000, and we just took in a huge payday, which is very nice. We are still paying off the bank loan interest payments for now. We'll see how that progresses over time, with Lady Kamea saying that she's going to buy our debt. And then she's going to wipe the slate clean for us, once we help her retake the throne. That's a good deal, I think. So that one job will pay for this. That's interesting. I think we should definitely look at doing that job first, and then moving on if nothing else shows up afterwards. So does anybody have anything else they want to do? Let's find out.
You got questions?
We have a little bit of talking to do. So let's start with Darius. Matt, can I help you with something? So we're working for Lady Arano now. That was a surprise. No shit. Maybe we can do a catch-up afterwards. Let's go with this first. This would definitely be the first thing out of our mouths, like, wow, did not see that plot twist coming. Except for the fact that in the intro cutscene, she was talking in the past tense about how she reclaims her throne. So seeing news footage of her being killed, in air quotes, was possibly a load of bullshit. But still, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. You're telling me the whole Reach thought she was dead for 3 years now, and yet here she is. I gotta say, it feels pretty good to be on contract with House Arano again. The last time this happened, Commander Markham was still alive. Yeah, tell us about Commander Markham. He didn't make it off of Coromedia, did he? Let's go with this. Tell us about him. What kind of man was he? Markham was an ornery old bastard, but he got the job done. a great card player, and he shared my taste in holovids. Porn. We used to... Oh dear. We used to have these marathon viewing sessions. Oh dear. That makes it even worse. Have you ever seen These Gears Are Teeth? Oh god, that's even worse. You do not want to know the mental image that I am getting right now. Great film and a masterpiece of the Tokusatsu Gala... Is that right? Tokusatsu Giallo genre. Tokusatsu Giallo genre? Something like that. Markham always loved them. Anyway, he really enjoyed them, especially his marathon sessions. I wish I could watch it again with him sometime, I genuinely do. Was he a competent mech commander? Whoa, dude's dead. Should we really ask this? I mean, even if it's been 3 years. Was he really good though? Like, how good was he really? He's dead now, so how good? Oh god. More or less, he was a decent tactician and an excellent businessman. I wish you could have seen him in action, Matt. His style was this odd mix of negotiating and holding court, and when it worked, it worked. Let me give you an example. I can't really do justice to Markham's style, but for the sake of the story, I will try. You know our Draconis Combine rep, Shugo Reynald Yamaguchi? No. This is the first I've heard of him, but I'm assuming my character knows. Markham gave him a nickname, Bob Kurita. That's easier to pronounce. Every time he used it, he was a totally deadpan, and he always used the full name. You trying to pull the wool over my eyes, Bob Kurita? Tell me more about that assassination contract, Bob Kurita. Bob Kurita, you look tense. Do you need a glass of wine? Yeah. It sounds insulting, I know, but the crazy thing is it worked. Something about the way Markham leaned into that stupid nickname gave tickled Shugo Yamaguchi pink. He giggled his way through every negotiation until tears were streaming down his cheeks. He had a routine like that for every liaison we dealt with. Some he'd rib, the others he'd smooth talk. Everyone always left the table with a smile on their face. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's ask something else. Let's see if there's anything new in here. Questions about running the company, or is this all the tutorial stuff? It's all the tutorial stuff we didn't do before, we don't need to do, so I'd like to mark that as read. Got a few minutes to catch up? I'd like to catch up. Yeah, sure, I got time to talk. And we have nothing else in here. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing new in here. Gotta run, Darius. Good chat.
Catch you later, Commander.
Yep, yes indeed. We will now go to navigation and Samir and see if she has anything.
Commander?
You did good work on the Axilus. If you hadn't gotten Dr. Murad and her crew down safely, none of us would have made it off that rock. Just doing my job, Commander. You mech warriors are the ones who take all the real risks. Actually, I take that back. This job put us all at risk. Yeah, we brought the Leopard into an active hot zone, right on top of it. You know what I'm talking about. The pirate point. There's that as well. Yeah, the scramble jump. Glad we did not scramble, though. I don't know how much you know about mist jumps, but, well, they're really, really bad. You could wind up in the heart of a star, or in the middle of nowhere, crashed on some godforsaken rock. With my luck, a rock that's infested with fetid, screeching, mite-infested birds. Yeah, come on. Maya, that sounds a little far-fetched, or let's just be glad that didn't happen. Yeah, it's not far-fetched, it's very, very much a real problem. So, let's just be glad it didn't happen. Okay, so we have nothing new with her as well beyond that. Gotta get back to it. Talk to you later. Let's go to the mech bay and speak to Yang.
Some work done, Commander?
You want to talk about our new employer? Lady Arano? Yeah, look. I know you two go way back. You had the same teacher and all that. Hell, you were working for her on the day of the coup. If you hadn't been doing that, you never would have joined our crew. But I'm not sure that I trust Lady Arano or Lady Madeira. Lord Madeira. Yeah. Although, to be honest with you, I trust them. I'm not sure I trust Anna Maria Centrella, because she's not just backing them out of the goodness of her heart and so that everybody can hold hands and peace and love can reign through the galaxy. They want a puppet on the throne. And I do believe Lady Arano is shrewd enough to know that. Lord Madeira definitely is. And the question is, when push comes to shove, and shove and push will happen, what are they going to do about it? They're selling us on this, yeah, this is a good deal for us, as if they don't think the bad deal is about to come later. I don't know, maybe I'm leaping to judgment. I like to have money, so I hope that I am. There's just something about the idea of working for yet another shadowy aristocratic power player that I don't like. For what it's worth, though, I hope she proves me wrong. Okay, I gotta get back to it. Talk to you later, Yang.
Come back anytime.
I will indeed, especially when I have things to do. Okay, so I've ended up just quickly looking at the hiring hall after that little brief run around the ship. And yeah, there's a few people, but they're not exactly wowing me. We do have a really cool name here. Punisher. So that's pretty cool. And we have also Universal, who I think could be good at everything.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I bet you are. But again, they're raw recruits. Maybe we will want to eventually flesh out a second team to fully rotate out and go mission to mission. So this might be worth considering, getting a new person on board still. Because right now, we only really have 2 people, maybe well, we have 3 people beyond the usual 4, so maybe we could get one more person and really spread the love, as it were. So if we go to the hiring hall, I'm tempted to hire Punisher, just because of the name. I mean, come on, he's the Punisher. So we're going to put him in whatever, he could go in the Centurion, he could be our backup Centurion pilot, and his base salary is not that bad, you know, 20,900 a month. So let's hire this guy, and this is the one-time fee we pay.
New mech warriors available.
Standing by.
Fuzzy, really, dude, you can go stand in the corner with Walnut and think of a better name. My god. Okay, well, with that done, we really just need to tick the clock down and, you know, see what else we can make happen. I think I want to tick the clock down first and get the Blackjack and the Locust back in the field first, because we do not have enough mechs anyway as it is. It's either that or we go out with the Locust and the Spider, and then we've got the Shadowhawk and the Vindicator. But I'm going to tick the clock forward. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. If you like what you've seen here, do please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and you can catch all of this content in the future. And the next episode, we will come back and take on this convoy ambush here in the local system. So I'll see you then. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.